In the final years of the Jia dynasty's twilight, an era when kingdoms placed more faith in power than wisdom and words weighed more than deeds, the solitary old man departed the capital. He relinquished his prestigious title and sought the serenity of the mountains. That man was Laozi, the sage and custodian of the Tao, a philosophy that transcended the confines of time. He brought no entourage, no chariot, only a bamboo staff, a scroll of paper, and an inkpot. When he arrived at the western border outpost, the gatekeeper, struck by his profound presence, knelt and pleaded, "Master, could you leave something behind for future generations?" Laozi said nothing. He sat down, dipped his brush, and began to write. Not laws, not decrees, but heartfelt lines, distilled from a lifetime of observing nature and humanity. That scroll would become the Tao de Jing, 81 chapters where every line is a mirror, every word a drop of essence. The first lesson Laozi left behind was about aligning with nature. One who follows the Tao is like water. Water is soft and humble, yet it wears down the hardest stone. It does not compete, yet it nourishes everything it touches. He taught that true strength lies not in resistance, but in flexibility, the ability to yield, to adapt, to retreat a step in order to journey further. The second lesson was about Wu Wei, action through non-action. Laozi did not advocate inaction or passivity. Rather, he championed effort free from force, ambition, or ego. The ideal leader, he said, is one whom the people scarcely notice, because everything unfolds in harmony, effortlessly. The third lesson was about keeping an empty heart to receive. Laozi wrote, "The sage empties their people's hearts, yet fills their bellies." His meaning, when people are consumed by desire and conflict, they cannot absorb wisdom. Only by letting go, creating space within, can one receive deeper understanding. The fourth lesson was that knowing contentment is true wealth. In a world that demands more, Laozi taught the wisdom of enough. To pause at the right moment, to recognize sufficiency, this is the mark of a wise person. Those who constantly chase more will never feel fulfilled, and in the pursuit may lose themselves. The fifth lesson was the paradox of vitality, that softness is the source of endurance. A newborn is fragile, yet full of life. A young tree is pliant, yet brimming with energy. What is rigid is prone to breaking. What is gentle endures. Laozi did not write to be remembered. He wrote as naturally as rain falls or wind blows, yet his words became a beacon for generations. After handing the scroll to the gatekeeper, he stepped into the mist and never looked back. Centuries passed, and posterity turned to the Tao like a lamp in the night. These teachings were not reserved for kings. They were for everyone, the farmer in the field, the mother in her kitchen, the young seeker on their path. A legend says that before his death, Laozi whispered to a disciple, "The Tao needs no protection. Those who are still will see." And so the Tao lives on, not through promotion or debate, but in those who know how to listen with their hearts. Laozi left no treasure, but he left a living mirror so that future generations might see themselves and find their way.